often, energy is described as a scalar physical quantity that characterizes the ability of a system to perform work, which characterizes the ability of a system to exchange with other systems, and which characterizes various specific interactions of matter with each other. And as you understand, nothing follows from this definition. Well, let's imagine a three-dimensional reality. For instance, recall 3D Max, and even better if you've had game development experience or maybe you've witnessed these procedures. There is, for example, an old engine that I personally know. This is the text construction set by Maravinda, and there you have the ability to vividly paint a physical picture of the world. So, in the field of physics, we encounter the concept of the space-time continuum. He has some characteristics. These characteristics are presented as the number of measurements and the specifics of this environment. The clouds of the game development environment are beautifully depicted here. We have a certain three-dimensional polygon, a three-dimensional space in which we can do something, create something. In reality, space-time is an analogy of the identical engine, that is, the very working environment that we currently have in this text editor. Just like in the editor we have scripts, just like in our editor there are certain properties. In the same way, in our space, in a different continuum, the laws of physics are written with us. Let's take, for example, some kettle or some NPC. Let's take it, drag it with the mouse from the area where we have collected items available for use to the area where we will work. We will find that the object is hanging in emptiness in space-time. And here's what happened from a physical point of view, why this seems like a perfectly appropriate analogy to me. The object consists of points. Information is described at each point. Physics information is challenging to explain in principle due to its complexity. And in fact, all our research now comes down to the fact that what is happening around us is the interaction of energy and information. At the same time, information is a certain matrix that describes the system and all its properties, and energy is what fills this matrix with matter, objects, interactions. This is the capability of the environment to launch the matrix into operation is what is being discussed. And that is the reason why video games are a very good illustration in this case. Because we grab an object that we moved from the area where we have gathered objects that are accessible for work to the zone of development, object represented by dots, each point described by same matrix, same functions, where to output, when to output, how to work with. These points ultimately create an image. A specific object is acquired. These points did not exist without any presence. Correctly, they existed without a description of the system using such a matrix, using the scripts that exist. And they would not exist without the presence of electric current. In reality, if you carefully examine the complete depth of the functioning of a modern computer, it is fundamentally based on the intricate interaction of electric current with the architecture of the system.